Juanson, I've got my eyes on you. Oh, yes, I do. Tonight it is Juanson, me and you. We're going to tango. Uh, Lilith is not here for tonight. Thank you, my beautiful Elaine, sweetie. I hope everybody's doing good. I really, really do. We are going to start on off. I have MZ, then I have Jasmine and Elaine. Yes. And we are back into our beautiful place. Woo-hoo. Why? Well, I had nothing against the kitchen, but I like to have my house back. My dad is back home, at his home, and he's doing better. So there you go. Hello, beautiful loves. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to open up the shorts feed, and that's that. Buonasera, bellissima. Primo sono Julie, ok? Secondo sarà te, bellissima. È buono? And then, so we have our beautiful, just 1 second. Let's go and do that. Let's do this. And let's go over here. Yes, it is good. It is good. I'm glad that, anyways, he's doing better for the moment. Okay, so let's go over here. Let's do that. It's already flippity flipped. Let's go like that. I am going to open up the shorts feed on the other side. Hey, whatever happens, happens. All right, a little bit like Las Vegas. We'll deal with it. Oh my God, I put that way too biggie. Okay, I think that's better. I don't know. Dear Lord. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna go with the tilted version. Our first Julie, first Julie, and then Jasmine, second C. E terzo Sarai, Elaine, Your Italian is not too bad. No, non troppo male. Molto bene, Juanson. Alrighty, so I do not know. Do we have our beautiful MZ? I don't know. There she is. Hi, sweetie. Nice to see you. Happy Friday. All right, let me get straight to you because, well, you're first on up. My beautiful Elaine, whenever you're ready, you can send me your questions through email. Take your time, my love. You're going to be after Jasmine, but at least I'll have the questions. But whenever you're ready, whatever. Take your time. Alrighty, so here we go. Julie, I hope that the continuation of your day was good. I do. All right. Jasmine, I see you are, what is this? Okay. All right. I gotcha. So let's go here to begin with. Alrighty. So yeah, it was not too cold today, quite frankly. I know my dad thought it was absolutely freezing, but he always thinks it's freezing. It was actually pretty good today. Yeah, C minus 12 outside at this moment. Not bad, Julie. With your little poofy coat. I don't know how you call it. I know you got one. And I know you wear it when it's like 9 degrees. Okay, so let me go and get your answers over here. Okay, so okay. Alrighty. All right, we are in PayPal. We've got this. I've got your questions, and here we go. All right, so how does, okay, so I'm going to start with the very first one with the workings that you did last night in the very first question. We want to go and know how M feels. I'm just going to call it like that. You know what you're talking about, right? Let's get to it. Absolutely, sweetie. Absolutely. Alrighty. I know, right? I like my setting. I like it. Seriously, guys, it took me today. My dad left around 1 p.m. I cleaned from 1 p.m. Not that my dad's messy, it's just I'm a hypochondriac, germs, and, walking in the house in some places with shoes because he can't undo them. Oh, my dear God. I spent at least 3-4 hours washing my house, and I think I did at least 8 loads of laundry today. Oh, yes, I've been cleaning. You can just call me Mrs. What's the name of that lady? I don't know. Alrighty, so question number 1. Let's move on forward. What do we have? Oh yeah, let me go and pin that. Let me go and pin that, sweetie. Let's do this. And, oh yeah. You got it. You got it to work. Yeah, it works. It works. Look, pin it is. All right. I've got you, Jasmine. Absolutely, sweetie. Send out your questions. All is good. So, did we actually get it? We did get it. I feel like they actually came on in at a really, really good moment because I actually feel like the energy, it's like if when you did that working, the energy was not as strong as it usually is. And that kind of helped to bring back the energy at a very highly energetic kind of a level. So it was actually really, really quite good. Oh no, that is weird, Watson. It doesn't want you to donate. So I'm gonna say towards you, the workings that you did definitely did stir something up within him that was nice, that was deep, that was important because, like I said, it's like if those feelings were a little bit fleeting away for the moment, but it's like we brought them all back with that working. So, awakening emotions, I'm gonna say that. Sometimes I feel like he has not necessarily 100% processed. So I feel like he feels that very strong pull towards you. There's no doubt. There is that invisible thread that is there that is tying you to his heart closer to yours. So that bond is becoming stronger and stronger. There's that sense of warmth and comfort surrounding him, surrounding the connection itself. And that is making him feel safe into the connection. So even though he does not 100% completely understand why, he is more drawn to you than ever. He is more craving your presence into a way that actually feels more magnetic. So a part of him is actually recognizing how deeply he actually enjoys your energy, and it's making him think more about what you truly mean to him. So did it work? Yeah, it worked. It actually helped to kind of give a little bit of that nudge, if you will. A nudge towards his heart to give out that clarity to really just kind of make him feel, the love that is there, and that must no longer be guarded. It must be let go free. Now, does he feel good enough to meet up with your expectations then before? And do we actually have any progress with that? All right. Okay, let's go see it out. A King of Cups. Followed up by our Judgment. Also getting over here, High Priestess. Sweetie, I feel like he's actually starting to believe into himself more. I feel like he feels less pressure than he used to. There's more confidence into his ability by the way that he is and to be the man that you actually deserve into your life. So I feel like the doubts that once kind of clouded his mind are slowly fading, slowly being replaced by more of a determination to show up for you, but into the right way. So I feel like, yes, his progress is there, and yes, his progress is steady, but I also feel like he's learning to embrace his own worth and really just understand that you see him as enough. You see him as the way that he is, but the way that he is, you're not saying that he's perfect, but it's really about him knowing that he is simply enough the way that he is. We do not need to make modifications or big changes or anything of the such. So I feel like even though he does still have those moments of self-reflection where into his mind sometimes he feels more aligned with the idea that he's growing into that version of himself that's really going to go and match up the energy that he believes that you need and that you deserve. Well, at the same time, your patience and your affection are helping him to step into that power. And that's really helping him to begin to feel like he can rise up to those expectations, but into a natural kind of way without having to force them on through. So it is altogether a beautiful transformation. And it's one where he is slowly embracing the love that you are offering him instead of, and this is important, he is slowly embracing that love instead of questioning it. Or instead of questioning, I should say, if he deserves it or not. That's a good difference. Let's go see his feelings for you today. I know. All right, Elaine, thank you, sweetie. How did he, yeah. Elaine, if you want to send me an email with your question, or you want to return in about, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, it'll be my great pleasure, my love. Exactly, Julie. Exactly. He is definitely working onto his confidence. I love it. It is perfect. Look again over here. Our beautiful Ace of Wands popping on through. My pleasure, Elaine. See you later, sweetie. So, other than that, from what I can see into your question, feelings for you today, I feel like his heart is actually quite filled with that quiet but very undeniable sense of love for you. There's that softness into his emotions. There's that feeling of gratitude that you are and what you mean into his life. And I know he doesn't always say it. I know it's difficult to say. It's difficult to speak on up. But the way you make him feel feels like he belongs. It's as if his emotions are slowly unfolding. A little bit like a petal would be if you prefer. Let me come and pin this over here too, so maybe I can make your life easier over here, Juanson. There you go. Thank you, love. So yeah, I feel like he is into a place where he's simply a little bit like spring, kind of unthawing and unfolding and kind of having a little bit of that rejuvenation, if you will. So it's as if those emotions are revealing themselves a little bit more, and how he actually cares for you and how he actually holds on to you, and he doesn't want to let you go in any kind of a way. Now, there's that undercurrent of longing that is there. There's a desire to feel close to you, but to also be quite wrapped into your warmth, into your presence. So it's really about wanting to be closer to you. It's like if, in a cute, romantic, beautiful way, I could say it's like if his heart is a little bit whispering your name, kind of reminding you, if you will, how much he actually feels for you. Now, Mike's thoughts for the relationship today. Jasmine, don't go too far. You're going to be up in a couple minutes, my love. All right, thoughts onto the relationship today. The Moon, we're still a little bit hiding our emotions towards it. Still not completely ready to jump on in, so we're not necessarily going to have that. But we are working towards our struggles. We are doing the very best that we can, and we can see also over here that we actually have like some beautiful. You're actually over here. No, you're over here. We actually have some beautiful sprouts of new beginnings, of hope, of, I'm going to say, new blossomings that are kind of coming on through. So what was once a little bit on pause or put on hold, if you will, is now starting to breathe again, is now starting to relive again, and starting to actually see different type of little manifestations a little bit all over the place. So we're taking it on in is what we're doing. I feel like he's beginning to see your relationship, but with more clarity. I feel like he's realizing that this is something that is real. This is something that is worth cherishing. And I feel like his thoughts are shifting from, a place of where he was a little bit, I'm going to say, uncertain about how to move on forward, to now seeing it as the possibility of how to move on forward. So there's no more of an uncertainty of, how am I going to make the move? How am I going to move on forward? Now it's, when am I actually going to grab onto that possibility? When am I going to take that chance to move on forward and make something happen? Because he sees how much happiness you actually bring into his life, and he's contemplating, my dear God, what a beautiful future that could look like, right? So he's recognizing the bond. He feels that there's a growing need to nurture each other. He doesn't want to let it slip through his fingers in any kind of a way. So there's that sense of appreciation to his thoughts. There's that sense of recognition that what you share is rare and it is special. And he may not have completely 1,000,000% figured out how he's going to make that movement forward yet. But yes, he is thinking about you. But he's thinking about you into a very purposeful way. So the connection, and knowing that this connection is something that he does not want to lose, he's slowly kind of aligning himself, if you will, with the beautiful idea to move on forward towards you. So he's still finding his way, but I mean, he's getting so much closer. And if we go and see what are some lovey-dovey thoughts for you today. Lovey-dovey thoughts, tradition, commitment, spiritual wisdom, wanting things to happen at a little bit of a quicker kind of a pace. Sweetie, I feel like he is picturing your smile. I feel like he is picturing the way and your presence and how that makes him feel loved, comforted, and just basically at home. So there's a daydream-like quality to his thoughts. I feel like he's imagining what it would be like to have you close, to whisper sweet things, or even just whisper nothings into your ear, to have you by his side, but without any worries, without any complications, without any back thoughts, just have you there into the moment present. So he's wondering what it would be like to wake up next to you, to share all those beautiful, simple joys that anybody can share together, like cooking or spending time together in each other's arms, could be watching a movie. And this is what he is thinking about. This is what he is feeling. And he feels into his chest this beautiful warmth whenever he thinks about you. So you are truly special into his mind, my sweetie pie. And your energy is definitely all around him, definitely enveloping him. And yeah, I'm going to say he's definitely daydreaming. Here we go. Let's go with a couple love messages. And then I'm going to go and see our beautiful friend Jasmine. Oh, well, what do you think about it, my beautiful Julie? It's the daydream in itself of being there, being close of you, of enjoying the moments. It's that dream of you're sitting down onto a couch, maybe getting ready to watch a movie, and yet we kind of whisper things into your ears, being close to you. It's all these beautiful little thoughts, but they're all like interrelated. All right, not a problem. I will get to it in just a few moments, my love. Oh, that is so well said, Hanson. I love the way you said this story. Uh-huh. Oh, Elaine, thank you, sweetie pie. And then I was blonde. Oh my God. Oh, am I really that blonde? Ooh la la. All right, let's get to some messages. Oui, dépêche.
Est-ce que, parce que j'ai goûté un truc chez Red, puis c'était bon, puis est-ce que
quoi?
tu peux l'acheter? Ça s'appelle May West. May West.
C'est un gâteau.
M-A-Y.
Oui, je sais c'est quoi. C'est comme une espèce de gâteau au chocolat avec la crème blanche dedans. Oui, ça me fait plaisir. À tantôt, Belle. Alrighty, here we go. Every time I think about you, my heart simply feels lighter. I hope that you know just how much you mean to me. With you, love feels effortless. The warmth into my coldest moments is the calm in the chaos. I crave the sound of your voice, the comfort of your presence, and the sweetness of your love. All right, here we go. Let's go over here. Oh, thank you, Elaine. I appreciate it, sweetie. All right, let me go and get the other question right over here. Just give me one tiny second, Julie. I'm gonna go and grab onto it. Let me just do this like that. All right, and voila. Okie dokie. So at the same time, I'm gonna make this disappear. Part one is no, and this is no, but that one is yes. And then I got one. Okay. In the meanwhile, Jasmine, I only have one part two. Is that normal? I have the last part one at 7:45, but I only have one part two. I just want to make sure before I get to your readings. Okay, sweetie? And as for my beautiful Julie, just give me one moment. I'm going to log back in because it unlogs me all the time. And let's go see. Hi, Jerlandra, by the way, sweetie. It's nice to see you. And thank you for your question. We'll leave you a timestamp, my love. Okie dokie. So, and thank you for precising that this is not hubby. Okay. I honestly don't like where this is going, I have to say, Julie. I'm going to pull out the cards onto it, but it really sounds like a last minute kind of a thing. Hey, it sounds like some type of a hookup kind of a thing is what it's sounding like. But, yeah. So I'm going to go and check it on out. But definitely, this person is trying to test the waters with you, my love. Yes, they are. They're testing the waters. They want to know if there's anything possible or not. This is not even a, do you want to go, you know, it's not even something that is planned. It's not, if this was a usual friend that you would see all the time, I would also get it. But somebody that you don't see all that often, everything and such, yeah, they're definitely wanting something more from you, sweetie. So I'm going to say they're actually kind of testing the water at this moment to see if there could be anything else that is not necessarily a friendship, but they don't really know how to come upon with it. And so they're going to stick around into their energy. But the first play is for you to say, yes, all right, I am free. Let's go and do something, right? So, yeah, there's no doubt, okay? I feel as though he could probably be open to be friends. If you do discuss about that, he would probably say yes. He would probably disappear for a certain amount of time, might hold up a little bit the appearances of wanting to be friends for a little bit. Then you're going to slowly start to hear less and less and less and less and less about him. So this is what I'm going to say, sweetie. Is he actually wanting just a friendship? No. And if you offer that to him, I feel like he's slowly going to disappear. So, sweetie, you can go if you want to. If you want to close the story right away, you can just simply say, oh, I'm kind of tired, or I'm kind of busy tonight, or I've got some things to do. And some things could be anything. It doesn't. You're not lying. It could be taking care of Chestnut. It could be making dinner. Those are things to do. So you could say you've got things to do. Maybe another time, something of the such. Otherwise, you can go keep it into a non-flirty kind of a way. And if you feel like anything kind of gets a little bit closer, or he's trying to hint towards something, then you're definitely going to have the conversation. But as for your question, is this person wanting something more? Absolutely. Are they testing the water? Absolutely. Should you go? That's up to you. If you want to have the conversation of we should only be friends, then I say yes. If you don't want to have an awkward kind of an evening, I say be careful. There's no doubt about it. So would he be open to hanging out and see, everything? Not for the moment. For the moment, I feel like he has something into his mind, something that he wants. Perhaps down the line, perhaps, but for the moment, it's a no-go. Oh, and you don't want to go, then just don't go. And not respond at all. Oh, well, no. Well, okay, you can not respond. Or you can simply say, yeah, I know. But you can simply say, you know what, I'm sorry, would have been fun or something as such, but, I'm really busy. I've got a lot of stuff to do tonight. Wish you a good one. So, yeah. Because if you just kind of ignore, well, then he's just going to think, I don't know. I don't like ignoring people. I feel like when you ignore, then they kind of come back at you, and then you have to explain what is going on, what is up, why didn't you answer me, you didn't want to see me, blah, 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 blah. It becomes complicated. If you just kind of write back and saying, thanks for the invite. However, I do really have a lot of things to do, and I had a really big week, so I'm going to take care of these things, but I do wish you a great one, catch up another time perhaps. Yeah, that's it. What's up, Elaine? What's up, sweetie? What? What? Did I say something? Was I too blunt? What did I do? I didn't do anything. Although I think my dad thinks I'm pretty damn blunt at this moment. Oh, good for you, sweetie. Good for you. I know. I agree with you. My beautiful Julie. I really, really do. Yeah. Good for you, Elaine, but Elaine, I don't want you to stay away. I don't necessarily want you to stay away from your friend, but Elaine, you're a little bit into the same type of circumstance as Julie with this person, where barriers must be made and must be put. But if you're going to stick and you're going to put barriers, you have to follow on through with them, Elaine. All right? So you can't kind of be a little bit flirty and kind of give some ideas like, yeah, something could be happening, but nothing is clearly said, and then kind of pull away, because then you're giving mixed up vibes, right? You got to be clear. You know what, John? I really like you as a friend, sweetie. I adore you. But, for me, this is going to remain into a relationship kind of a place. In a friendship kind of a place. Relationship is not a possibility for me. And I hope that you understand that, and I hope that it's okay for you. But that is where I am at this moment. But I absolutely do adore you. But this is going to remain at this place. Is that okay for you? If you don't talk about it, he's always going to think he's able to kind of get you back, because you kind of go and come back and go and come back. You kind of fluctuate with your emotions, my beautiful Elaine, sometimes. And so it becomes a little bit confusing for him. And then you kind of wonder what's going on with him. And there's ups and downs, and things get confused. And I'm not saying to be blunt. Do it with a band-aid, sweetie. Be nice and sweet, but be clear. That being said, my beautiful Julie, if there's anything else, please do let me know, sweetie. And into the meanwhile, I shall say have a lovely evening, and I shall see you, well, probably later. Which, by the way, the moon is absolutely gorgeous outside tonight. It is gorgeous. It almost looks like an eclipse. Anyways, when I was driving home, it was completely black, and all you could see is a little faint line. It's almost like the moon was smiling at you. It was beautiful. You guys should look up into the sky tonight, if you're able to do so. It's friggin' cold enough over here to be able to do it. So, Jasmine, bellissima, dove sei? Sei non troppo lontana, sweetie? Where are you? Here we go for Jasmine. Then Elaine and Jalandra are going to be on up next. Jasmine. Okay, let's go to this one. All right. I think I'm going to sneeze. And I am going to answer as best as I possibly can. All right. So, here we go. Okay. So question number 1, I'm going to keep into my mind, but I'm going to read. Let me just go see. Are you here? That's like my main thing. I want to know if you're here. You are. Perfecto. A smiling moon, I kid you not. Yeah. It looked like it, Juanson. It really did look like a Cheshire blah, 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 blah kind of. It was gorgeous looking, honestly. Yes. My little girl was annoyed at me at that point in time, so I wasn't able to actually 100% enjoy it, but hey, it is what it is. And I know you'll wonder, why was she annoyed at me? Yeah, because I offered to go to a restaurant, but I said I only want to go to 1. I don't want to go to 3. 1. And she's like, yeah, but I don't want that one. Everybody wanted that one except for her, so I said, poop on it. We'll go tomorrow. Tonight, we're going home. She got very upset at me. I did end up making her an extra meal just for herself, like I always do, because I'm a good mama. The point being, she was annoyed, so I kind of enjoyed halfway the moon. It was a half enjoying of the moon. Other than that, it was just frustration. So, question numero 1, bellissima. Nella mia testa, okay? Let's go and see. Nella mia testa. What is the name? What is that name of that person? Giovanni. Giovanni what? He's a famous, oh my god, I forgot his name. He's a famous singer in Italy, like rock star kind of a thing, like rock and roll, but he's so cool. He does songs like, you would like him, Juanson. He does a lot of covers and songs by Disney movies, but in Italian, but like super rock. Like he's really cool. He does other stuff too, and you should listen to him at some point. You need to figure out what his name is. Giovanni something. He's from the north of Italy. And he talks about Capitano Uncino, which is Captain Hook. Yeah. Cappuccino. Seriously. All right. My dad got me up way too early into the morning. I go to bed way too late and I wake up way too early. So that's where cappuccino instead of capitano came from. All right, sweetie. Oh, I know. I did. I made her nachos once and I did. My God, you know her. Yeah, I forgot his name. What is his name? Giovanni. Giovanni Capitano Uccino. What is his name? Giovanni. Oh, that's not what it's giving me at all. Okay, we'll poop on it. I'll find it at another moment in time because at this moment I can't find it. But he's really quite good. All right, deleting it. I love you too, Elaine. All right, so what's actually happening over here for you, sweetie? In question number 1, you know your question number 1 for email number 1. This is where I'm at. So, perché? Why did we do this, sweetie? I'm actually going to have to say I feel like this person's departure earlier into the day, I feel like it was actually influenced by, I'm going to say like a couple different factors, okay? I don't necessarily feel like it was because of you or only because of you. I feel like there's a mix. There's a mix of wanting to avoid distractions, needing a little bit of space, handling at the very same time other type of obligations into his life. So there was really like a mix of all different kind of things. I mean, this is not just pinned on upon you. So, however, I'm going to say that the fact that this person did return does seem to hold some intention within it. Okay, so there's somewhat of that underlining curiosity that is there, or that pull that is towards you. Now, may it be in a subconscious kind of way or a deliberate way? I feel like it's more deliberate than subconscious. But I feel like this person felt your energy and was a little bit drawn back by the usual environment. And I feel like this person's actions hinted at somewhat a little bit of like an internal conflict. So it's like this person does not fully understand their own feelings towards you. And that is leading to all different kind of inconsistent behavior. So I'm going to say basically being a little bit erratic into a certain kind of a way. If you confront, so let's say you confront this person about the way that they feel, what's going to be happening with that, and what's going to be the following on through, right? I feel like, quite frankly, for the moment, it is not something to necessarily been done, especially since it has already kind of been done. It's been a little bit addressed. Some things kind of came on through with it. I would not put yourself into that type of a situation. I would keep myself as safe as I possibly can, but I would keep my energy completely open. So if this person wishes to come close to me, if they want to open up towards me, then that's a completely different game. I'm not doing it. They're doing it. But I can definitely, without necessarily clearly saying how I feel and what I want, I can definitely try to show it in different kind of ways while always being quite appropriate. So that's what I would actually say for you, because I feel as though he could be still kind of quite reactive. I feel like he could still try to a little bit kind of protect himself or protect his pride. And if he's actually kind of confronted, I feel like he's going to put up somewhat of a defensive wall at first. There's going to be, not too much engaging, not too much open conversation neither. So I'm going to say it's best not really to touch it in any kind of way. Stay as neutral as you possibly can into it, so it does not escalate into a way like it has done into the past. The challenge over here is that his ego is also tied to control. So if he's feeling like he's a little bit challenged, then he's going to resort to past patterns. And what was past patterns? Then you kind of got this conversation and didn't turn into a place that you wanted it to. So let's not do that. Let's just kind of try to subtly kind of guide a conversation, come to somewhat of a mutual understanding where everybody is more effective, and where you really want the other person to open on up about their feelings and not necessarily you opening on up with yours, because that's a game changer altogether. If I say to you how I feel, that's one thing. If you say to me how you feel, well, that's a complete other. How does this person in question number three feel about you altogether? All right, let's just say altogether. How are we feeling? Hold on. Okay. I do have the Magician who is coming up through. I do also have the Works, and I do have the Fool in reverse. I feel like this person likes to have you around. I feel like your presence towards them, I feel like they like it. I feel like it affects them more than they would actually like to say so. I feel like this person admires you. I feel like they're drawn towards you physically, but there's definitely that layer of resistance that is there. All right. I feel like this person is unsure how to handle their emotions. And at this moment in time, I feel like it's a little bit mixed between like a tangled feeling of admiration, maybe a little bit of frustration, and that kind of leads to unpredictable energy. So over time, I'm going to say that the potential to return to a more stable type of dynamic could definitely happen. There could be an ease of tension, no doubt about it. Things could kind of flow naturally towards you without necessarily forcing for a resolution. So yeah, that's what I'm going to say. A mix of emotions, not really quite knowing. But this person definitely feels more for you than what you actually think or what he actually says. Physically very attractive, very attracted to you, but like I said, there's that resistance that is there. As for how things are going to develop and move on forward, kind of feel like you need to let things go a little bit with the flow to see where that's actually going to bring you and what's going to be happening with that. But don't take no action towards it. Let me go and see into your question number 4. This is about the cake. All right. This is about the cake over here. So, what's going to be happening with that? I feel like there's going to be an opportunity for you to kind of have a little bit of like of a stepping stone, if you will, to provide that valuable experience that could actually lead you to bigger things. So this class, this course can actually give you the confidence, give you the foundation skills that you need to pursue something in further training, possibly even, let's say, in Roma, if that is what you would like to do. The timing seems quite aligned. I'm going to say that it feels like there's a period where there's a lot of growth, where there's inspiration for you, there's more creativity for you. So if you do decide to move on forward, I feel like it is going to be a positive experience. I feel like it is going to reinforce also your passion and not just something that is a fleeting, if you will, passing interest. So I'm going to say definitely go for it. Oh, Elaine, maybe order. We don't have Taco Bell over here. No, we don't. Yeah. Yeah. No, we have no Taco Bells. Doesn't exist. But she probably wouldn't like it. Oh, for yourself. Okay, you got Taco Bell. I don't. Yeah, go for it then. All right, well, let me go and see the other email over here. Okay. Let's go and see this one. And I just want to make sure, my love. I just want to make sure. Are you still here? Are you still here? Because I didn't see you writing anything. So, stai ancora qui, bellissima. Too bad, right? I don't know. If you don't know and you never ate it, who's to say, right? We did have a place over here called, no sponsorship, by the way, besides what I'm going to say is not a good thing, but Burrito? I don't know. I never ate there, but one time I went there and there was a ton of people, and it was like 2 years ago. It was a day before we left to go on vacation. I was still with A-Hole. I went there to pick him something up, Mexican, because he didn't want to eat what the kids were eating. And got food poisoning. So I never ended up returning to that place. It's the only Mexican place that I actually know of around. I know, right? I know, good for him, but hey, I'm just saying. Sorry to hear that. No, well, I'm no longer with A-Hole, and I really don't like him, so hey, send the food poisoning over. I don't care. Not my problem. Perfecto. Grazie mille, sweetie. All right. Here we go. So, question number 1. I'm still not necessarily, you know what they are. So, I'll say like bits and parts of them, but not all of it, okay? Here we go. So, question number 1. Perché hai visto italiano oggi? All right. That's going to be the first question. So, no. No bacio. Ah, sweetie. Okay, on top of it. All right, so question number 1. Why? Perché? Niente, bellissima. Why nothing? Let's go see. Watson, I'm going to shut off the shorts feed. It's very, very useless. Very useless tonight. I do like the shorts feed, but tonight it's not doing all that much. You just have to come and, check onto it every once in a while. So let me save you the trouble. All right, let's bring back the shorts feed on Monday. Yeah. So anybody who's into the shorts feed, come and join us into the other side. Oh, there you go. There's nobody anymore. Okay. Love you guys. Closing this one. Let's do like this. Let's do like that. And let's go see why did not get what we usually do get, or what we kind of would have liked to have gotten, right? Okie dokie. Let's go see. Let's go and see what is happening with that. Oh my dear God, I almost reopened another live. Okay, so there's no doubt about it, okay? What your intuition is actually saying to you, your intuition is not wrong. No, 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 no. So what you think, it is what it is. Sweetie pie. There's no doubt. She came in and created some issues. So the reason you didn't get what it is that you wanted is because of who you know that actually kind of had somewhat of a sudden, not a sudden experience, but a sudden appearance into this person's life. So I feel like this person actually wanted to avoid any type of tension or any type of, awkwardness altogether. So as much as this person wanted to give what is usual to you, what you usually actually get in affection, I feel like they need to maintain somewhat of a certain boundary to that moment. So there's that sense of this person who's being very, very cautious about how things might appear. But I feel like deep down, this person did notice that you were disappointed and kind of, felt that maybe it was best to kind of act a little bit neutral into this situation. Now, did the lady notice anything into your question number 2? Did the lady notice anything when she saw, yeah. Did the lady notice anything? Funny, kind of got the exact same card popping on through at that one. I feel like there was a glimpse of a little something, but didn't necessarily believe. So I feel like there was a thought that kind of passed on through, but nothing much more. So did this person actually notice the interaction? I will say yes. Is this person actually going to react outwardly or express their, suspicions in any kind of way? No. I feel like this person's energy was more into an observational kind of a way and not into a confrontational kind of a way. So I feel like she kind of picked up like there was a little something, but didn't really quite want to acknowledge it. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to say. The fact that this person did, that did smile, did kind of hug you, does indicate that this person does trust you, and they don't really see anything that is overly concerning in any kind of a way. So I'm going to say no. Curiosity, a little bit of awareness, yes. But are we showing it or doing anything about it? No. Now, what were these person's thoughts about you today? Elaine, don't go too far. You're going to be on up next. Then we're going to go and see Dralandra. So what were this person's thoughts on you today? Well, I feel like this is about our strength that is being tested in so many different kind of ways. Yes, we did notice. Yes, we, even if you were not necessarily dressed into the same kind of way that you usually are, so maybe not as provocative, let's put it that way. I feel as though this person still finds you very, very attractive, enjoys your presence, regardless of what you are wearing. Honestly, you could have been wearing pajama pants. This person feels a mix of admiration, but also restraint. I feel like they want to appreciate you, but they also know that they need to keep things quite cool or quite silent. So there's that sense of warmth, there's that sense of fondness into this person's energy, even if they're not expressing it at all, or they didn't really express it today. So I'm going to say this person is holding back more than usual, but simply because of the circumstances. Was he... Okay, let me go see into your question number 4 if this person was observing what you think, and if so, what they actually thought about it. And Elaine, my lovely, you're going to be on up next. So, oh yeah, and after Elaine Tant, I should have Elaine Woods, who should be coming back in at some point in time. I feel like 20 minutes has gone by. I do. Anyways, if Elaine Woods is somewhere around, you're going to be after Elaine Todd, sweetie. So, did this person actually notice you? Yes. Even though, you know, like I said, you are not necessarily dressed into the way that you usually are, there's no doubt that the top that you had suggested that this person was actually kind of checking you out. From what I can see over here, I feel like it is subtle, so we don't necessarily want anybody to notice about it. But this person did appreciate the way that you did look. Maybe even more because it was kind of unexpected. So I feel like this person's thoughts include, yes, admiration, yes, temptation, but also the need to keep their composure altogether. So this person's attraction to you is still very much there, regardless of what you wear. Like I said, you could be wearing PJ pants. So yeah, it's just that they have this like great need to have to control things. What is that? I know nothing over there, right, Juanson? I know. You are just using, you know, broom power for no reason. What is that, a taco? Oh, yeah, on a burrito. Importing food emoji to transform to real food to a phone. That would be interesting. It would. Oh, I knew you'd be around. Elaine Woods, I'll be with you right after Elaine Todd, okay, sweetie? What do I think? Food sub emoji VR? Food sub emoji VR. I got no problem with that. Not a problem, Bellissima Jasmine, sweetie. Yeah, I've got no problem with food VR. It would probably help a lot of people, kind of. But I feel like if you're going to do like a food VR kind of emoji thing, I don't know. I feel like you need to have a different type of senses that are all interrelated into it so you actually feel like you're actually eating the food. Otherwise, your brain is just going to see it, not really necessarily taste it into a certain kind of way, and you're not going to be able to trick your brain. So it could be tricky. Yeah. Uh-huh. Buonanotte. Buonanotte, Jasmine, sweetie. Yeah, tricky, tricky. Yeah, because just seeing it, you're going to end up playing the VR and you're just going to be drilling like a bulldog. Yeah, maybe not a good idea. And then right after, you know, you're going to have like, you know, a Pizza Hut, a McDonald's, whatever. No collaborations here, guys. Domino's, whatever you guys like, at the bottom of the VR screen. You'll be able to place your order. It'll be there when you're done your game. Oh my God, that would be so... Oh yes, my son would be ordering a lot of McDonald's. Yeah, I'd be receiving that at my house all the time. All right, okay, let's go forward with it. Elaine. I am with Elaine Tat at this moment, and Elaine Woods is going to be on up next. How come you feel very sleepy today? Have you been sleeping well? Have you asked yourself the normal questions, my love? Yes. Hold on. Oops. Just 1 second. Like, have you slept well? Everything of the such. You've probably been a little bit stressed. All right. Well, let's go see what tarot has to say. And let me go see what you're answering to my questions as I'm going towards it. Oh yeah, that's it, right? Your head is burning. And yes, you did. Your head is what? Is burning? Burning? Oh my God. Oh my God. No, well, almost, sweetie. I do have our beautiful Elaine Woods who has one question before you, sweetie pie. You'll be up in about 5-6 minutes, my love. And your ears are ringing like crazy. All right. This is what I'm going to say. And my beautiful Elaine Woods, you can now post your question if you wish to, my love. And my beautiful Jerlandra, you're going to be right after in just a few moments, sweetie. So why do you feel very sleepy today? Are you into a transformation, manifestation? Now, the fact that you're not only sleepy, but you do have like the ringing of the ears, everything the such, those all need to be taken in consideration. What I'm actually going to say towards you is this. I feel like you're into a place where, yes, your body and your mind are undergoing a lot of deep transformations. I feel like you're processing a lot of subconscious energy and possibly integrating new realizations, new shifts that are coming on through, and new things that are happening into your life. There's a lot of new, basically what I'm saying is you're taking a lot of information, you're having a download of information, if you will, and you have to do something with that download of information. And I feel like at this moment in time, you don't always necessarily know what to do with that download, with that information. So I'm actually going to say over here, I feel like this sleepiness is indicating that your intuition is a little bit stronger, that your body does need more rest to actually align with a new energy, with the new vibes that you're moving on forward with, and what you actually have to deal with energetically speaking around you. So I'm going to say that yes, manifestations are in progress, but you need to let them go without resistance. So you need to listen to your body. If you feel like you're sleepy, you need to sleep. All right? There's no point fighting it. Hey, if you're tired, you're tired. Now, what is the dream guiding you towards seeing the... Oh, that's what you were talking about, the Eight of Cups. Well, actually, your question number 2 has a lot to do with your question number 1. When you're talking about manifestations and you're talking about changes and all those things, I feel like your dream is actually bringing out a message of emotional release, a message of transition. And that's where I'm relating to your question number 1. I said there's changes. I said there's new energies. There's new energetic fields and thoughts and all different kind of emotions that are coming on through. This is what's happening through into your dream. So the actual black and white sea creature represents opposing forces, black and white, yin and yang. All right. It could be about the duality between yourself and people into your life who are in like a duality, helpful, but also harmful. The fact that they try to attack you, but ultimately, unalive themselves or passed away, suggests that you're overcoming something that once actually had control over you. So something that has had control over you, you are ready to release and to rid of altogether. So, I mean, when you say, is it good or is it bad? It's basically good. It's transformations. It's new energy. It's release. It's transitions. It's releasing what has control to something where you are having control. So this is about an emotional struggle, a fear, a negative influence that is being washed away, if you will. So you're basically leaving behind a little bit like the Six of Swords, if you will, what is no longer serving you. And that can feel really, really quite intense, can feel really, really quite unsettling into the process altogether. So that's what that is all about. Now, what kind of past life connection does or do Y and you have? All right. Here we go. I'm not going to say black or white into this one. I'm actually going to say a mix of things. All right. So I feel like the connection that you have is somewhat of a karmic connection, but I feel like there's soulmate undertones. So what I'm actually saying by that is I feel as though your souls have met before, and in this lifetime, you're meant to learn important lessons from one another. Now, that's all about unfinished business. It's about emotional depths that are being repaid. So the connection feels like it is intense. Sometimes it's beautiful. Sometimes it's very, very challenging. But the bond actually brings that mix of passion, but also difficulty, like a karmic relationship would. So what's going to be important over here is to bring through the deep understanding and the growth. Because yes, you do have those undertones, like I said, of being soulmates. So you do have to learn, if you will, to evolve together into the future. Mm-hmm. Hmm. All right, Yolanda. Shall do, sweetie. And let's go over here and let's go over here. Now hold on, my beautiful Elaine. Here we go. And just 1 second. Wait just 1 second. Just 1 moment, loves. Oh, God, that's not what I want. Okay, I'll take care of Jerlandra in just a second. Yeah, to learn lessons, that's what it is. I know, right, Juanson? My dear God. Yeah, that's what I mean. It does have to do a lot with learning lessons, though, sweetie. It does. Thank you, my beautiful Elaine Woods. Thank you, my sweetie. Thank you, my love. Let me just go over here. And let's just do this. And voila. Alrighty. Done. So let me go and see your other questions, sweetie. Just 1 moment. Okay. Other question, my love. I don't know. I don't know what that is about. Did that person ever do that before into the past, my dear Juanson? I don't know. It is weird. I'm going to say it's that darn moon again. Oh. Oh, well, hey. What can we do? What can we do, Juanson? It is what it is. You cannot win them all. You cannot win them all. Okay, hold on. Let me just do this. Okay. So what is new for you in February and March? You have other last question. No, that's okay. I got that one. I got that one, sweetie. Alrighty. Let's go and answer the other one. Elaine, thank you for reposting. You don't have to repost again. I have got you. You're going to be on up next. No. So, Elaine, into your other question, like I was saying, it is really a question of a karmic connection with soulmate undertones. All right. So, your souls have met before, but in this lifetime, you have unfinished business. There are emotional debts that have not been paid from past ones. And that's why your connection feels very strong. And that's why it feels like it is something that is very likely karmic. So you guys both need to understand and to grow through it to be able to evolve together because of the soulmate connection that is also there. As for what's happening into the month of February and March, I'm actually going to have to say that those 2 months altogether are going to bring some progress. They are going to bring some breakthroughs. I feel as though February seems a lot of self-focus, self-reflection, a lot of inner healing, a lot of clearing of the old energies altogether. I feel as though into the month of March, you're going to feel lighter. You're going to feel like there is more action-oriented things. There's going to be new opportunities coming on through. There's going to be more personal passion. So you're going to be looking at different things, evolving in different kind of ways, opening up some doors that maybe you thought were closed or not really available for you at that moment. But because you have worked so hard and you've brought yourself all the way to the point where you're at, they are now going to be open for you. So I'm going to say good for you, sweetie. Spirit is guiding you towards a fresh start, and this is time to do it. But always follow and make your directions and your choices within your heart. Open your heart. If your heart says do it, then do it. Don't block yourself, all right? Because that's where your passion's coming from. That's where your job is coming from. And that's what is going to transpire when you go to the interviews. You meet up for people, all those things. That's what transpires. Your passion, your knowledge, your wants, your desires, your confidence. That's what's going to be important. Yes. Perfect. So you can ask your the last question that you want to ask, my beautiful Elaine. And I'm going to go and see our beautiful Elaine Woods into the meanwhile. Elaine Woods, sweetie, you're applying for an apartment called, the Elizabeth. Would you be approved? Oh, I do like that. The Elizabeth. Now that is a nice name for an apartment, my love. Would you be approved? The Emperor. They will definitely analyze it. They will definitely check on through. They will look at it. The drive is there. My Five of Swords is telling me you will be disappointed, however. So I'm going to say no, sweetie. I will say that's what I said, Watson. Well, I didn't say it. Elaine Woods said it. I know. You want to go live there, don't you? So what I will say is the following. I feel as though they will... I feel like you will actually go and you'll ask for it. They'll analyze it. They'll take it in careful consideration. But basically, I feel like they're not going to give it to you. There's some type of conflict. There's something, I don't know if it's credit score, but there's something into your past. I don't know, that they seem to see that they're a little bit like insecure about. So I'm going to say no. Yeah, I know. What did you do, right, Elaine? I feel as though it has to do with I feel like it has to do with roots. I feel like it has to do with having a certain I'm going to say a certain background, but not background as to what's necessarily happened into the past, but more into the this is where we're at. It's like we're looking for more stability is what we're looking for. And since we do not have a long-term stability, let's say you stayed at one place for a year, 2 years, 3 years, steady job, this, that, that's what they're looking for. And that's where it's going to end up hurting you. Yeah. So I'm going to say they're looking for a certain stability that's going to end up not getting it for you. But I wish you do, sweetie. I hope you do, my love. I really, really do. I know. But I love you, Elaine Woods. I do, sweetie. Hey, Mimi. I was just thinking about you. Nice to see you, Mimi. Alrighty. All right, Mimi's gonna be on up next. I'm gonna wait for Elaine's last question, wherever you're going to be posting it. Alrighty, let's go and put that like that. Let's go here. Oh, those apartments were bad? Ah. All right, well, Elaine, I'm gonna go and answer Mimi while I'm waiting for you to post your question, okay? Or I'll go look at Mimi's email, and actually don't even have her email. She must have wrote something in PayPal. She did. All right. Okay, so we're gonna go and see Mimi, then I'll go and see Elaine, unless Elaine posts her questions before I finish reading Mimi's. All right. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, the ones in the past. I know they had bad people around you too, sweetie. They were no good. They were no good. Okay, so let me do this. And let me go here. Okay. What is that? A highway to what? The hallway. I had a smell. That's it, right? Aw, I'm sorry, Elaine, sweetie. That sucks, though. It's like so difficult to find a good place. Oh, God, why am I even writing that over there? I don't know, Juanson. Hold on. This is for Mimi. So Mimi is going to be at, let's say, 113. Okie dokie. Mimi, what's up, sweetie? What do we have into the current thoughts, right? What is he up to? Okay. Okay, so what do we have into the thoughts, into feelings? Okay, so current thoughts and feelings. Right now, I feel like we feel a little bit conflicted. I feel like this person feels that connection towards you. I feel like his emotions fluctuate an awful lot, but I also feel as though sometimes he kind of seems like he's a little bit hot and cold. I feel like he cares about you, but I also feel like there's that hesitation that is there. I feel like the hesitation comes from his own personal fears, his own past wounds, uncertainty about what it is that he actually wants. So there's like a little bit of struggling kind of going through, his inner battles going on through, and all these things are actually stopping him from actually embracing love with you. And that's where the major problem is happening. So is he actually planning on doing anything for your connection? He thinks about it, but he's not planning on doing anything at this moment. He's into a place, like where I said, there's been too much hurt, there's been too much pain into the past, that he's not ready to actually move on forward. So I'm going to say when it comes to action, he holds back He does have those moments where he considers, deepening the connection, but then something kind of pulls him away, whether it's fear, distractions, other priorities. He doesn't end up taking the action. So he seems very, very slow, and he seems to be giving a perception of somebody who is very, very inconsistent. And I'm going to say both of those describe him very well, slow and inconsistent. So is he actually going to end up, I'm going to say, thank you, Elaine, is he actually going to end up texting you? I feel like he wants to end up, reaching on out, but I feel like it's going to be more onto his own timing, and it's definitely going to be not onto a moment where you're expecting it. So it is going to be somewhat of a surprise. If he does text, I feel like it may not be something that is deep or something that is emotional. I feel like it's more something that's going to be casual or very surface level altogether. So he's not into a rush in any kind of a way. He's going to remain unpredictable into his nature, which makes it very, very frustrating for you altogether. Now, what is he actually thinking about you at this moment in time? So what is he thinking about at this moment? At this moment, I actually feel like he's a little bit preoccupied. He's preoccupied with a lot of different things. He's preoccupied with responsibilities, with distractions. I feel like he overthinks a lot of things. I feel like sometimes he kind of acts up into his things. And that just keeps him and you into that cycle of hesitation over and over and over again. So what is actually coming for you? You're not going to like my answer, sweetie. Stagnant. Stagnant, unless he decides to switch on everything on up and make everything nice and strong and perfect. Stagnation. I feel as though he is not going to choose to step up right away. I feel like you might have to decide if waiting for him is truly worth it. If he doesn't change, or you kind of feel like he pushes away again, then it's again up to you to decide what you want. If it's okay with you, then stick with it. And if it's not okay with you, then, it's time to walk away. But that's entirely up to you. And I know that it's very, very conflicting at this moment because there's that tug of war, right? I give, I take, I give, I take, I give, I take, I give, I take. I disappear. Oh, I give, I give, I give. And then, oops, I take, I take, I take. And then, I come back to give and take. He's like a yo-yo, sweetie. But he's a yo-yo that you love. So we keep the yo-yos that we love. We just hope that at some point in time they become a little bit less dizzy. They start making sense and they start showing something positive moving on forward. Unfortunately, it doesn't always happen that way. And sometimes it does, not always. For you, for the moment, stagnation, my love. So does he want to end it? No. He's just not fully committed. He's into that in-between space. So he's not letting go, but he's not fully choosing you. So this limbo is horrible. It's painful. You need to focus on what is good for you, on what you believe you deserve altogether. So do you wait for his decision or do you make your own decision? Now, yes, he does know that you have loved him for the longest of time. It doesn't mean that he doesn't love you at all. It doesn't mean that he doesn't care. It means that he's not capable of giving you the love that you deserve. Some people receive love, but they don't know how to return it properly. So his inconsistency altogether is he's very unsure about his own feelings, and it's not a question of a lack of love. I just don't know what to do. I don't know how to feel. All right? I don't know how to show how I feel. So if he found somebody he likes, would he leave? No, because he's already been talking with other people into the past. He's never really actually stopped talking to people. He's always kind of chit-chatting with people, but again, they're very surface level. They are friends, nothing much more. They're interesting, nothing much more. Is it something that we want? No. So that's why we keep keeping you into the limbo. So no, the depth that you have, the stability or the non-stability that you have seems to be consistent and seems to be okay for him. So the real question that you have to ask is, do you want to wait around for him to make the move? Now, do a lot of women still want to be with him? I'm going to say probably 3 or 4 of them at this moment in time. But he's not giving his attention or his undeniable attention to them at this moment. Now, yes, what is coming towards you into this Chinese New Year? Absolutely. Chinese New Year. New opportunities, all right? Perhaps a shift in responsibilities coming somewhere around the month of April or May. So you need to be open to fresh chances, but you do also need to be careful for the stress level, all right? I feel like the relationships, the connections that you have at work with the people, you know, MH, all those people, I feel like they're going to be somewhat stagnant. They're not going to go downhill. They're not necessarily going to get better. They're pretty much going to be the way that they are, but I feel like they're quite viable the way that they are. So I'm going to say it's okay. Love, I don't necessarily see a turning point. The only turning point that I could see is if you decide that you want to have a realization about this connection and say you don't want this no more. Other than that, I'm going to say no. What you need is either to stick around with him and to decide to do that, or to let him go completely, cut him off cold turkey and move on forward to try to heal first of all, and then try to find somebody who is different, somebody who will be there. And I say different because I don't want you being stuck into the same cycle, right? Family, a couple little disagreements will be onto the horizon, no doubt about it, but with communication, there will be a deeper understanding, and whatever issues will arise will be quickly fixed. Basically, I'm going to say the energy around you is shifting. You're going to be feeling like there is that need to release whatever is draining you, whatever is keeping you stuck. There's a very important thing for you to look at, that is to focus onto your happiness. So pay attention to any type of doors opening. And when I speak about your happiness in everything, family, love, friends, work, your happiness is going to be above all. Very, very important. And let me give you some love messages from Mr. Harry. And then I'm going to go and see. And Juanson, please do forgive me. I'm going to send it over here because it's the only one I have at this moment. So I might as well. For the moment, this is the only timestamp that we have. So I'll send it here because I am going to forget. I almost forgot just like that. Yeah. And I will forget later. Oh my God, I will. Honestly. Yeah. So that's just saving my bonbon. Okay. Well, yes and no, Mimi. Honestly, when you really, really look at it, I kid you not, seriously. I probably, anybody who is actually kind of chit-chatting or open to chit-chat with people will have a fair amount of people who will most likely be there and chit-chat back. So, it's not abnormal for somebody to speak with 2-3 different people at the same time. It's not abnormal for somebody to have multiple, I will say people that they kind of think about or kind of hang out about or, something as such. But it doesn't mean out of those people, it doesn't mean that he talks with them every single day. It doesn't mean that he has the same love or the same desire that he does towards you. It just means that they're kind of entertainment. Yeah. Thank you. Absolutely, Elaine. Yes. Coffee with me someday. A cappuccino. Absolutely, sweetie. Absolutely. Well, because he loves you and he wants your attention. No, those ladies do want to be with him, but he's just playing games. He doesn't want to be with them, and that's why he's doing that. Yeah. Well, yes, my beautiful Mimi, but you know what, Mimi? If you gave yourself the chance to, or you opened up doors for people to come towards you and to talk with you, right? You would have many options too, my beautiful Mimi. The only reason why you don't have any is because you're not doing what he's doing. He goes on apps and he chit chats and he does all different kind of stuff. If you went on apps and chit chatted, you'd have way more than 3, 4 suitors for you, my sweetie pie. I do want to give you some loving messages. And I understand you're upset at him, but I also know the way that his brain works. But he's been like this forever, sweetie. He's been like this since I've known you. No matter the distance, you're always onto my mind. I wish I could hold you right now and never let go. You bring a light into my life that nobody else can, and every moment with you feels like magic. My heart is yours, even in silence. Oh no, that's it, Mimi. So it's not a question about, oh, it's not like things have changed. He's the exact same way. The only thing that has changed is that he's actually reaching out towards you more. He's opening on up towards you more, which are two very good and very positive things. Yes, these ladies want to be with him, but what good is it if somebody wants to be with you if you don't want to be with them? You see? So that's it. He just likes the attention, my love. I know. Good night, my beautiful Elaine Woods, sweetie pie. Elaine Tat, what is up? A dream, a dream, a dream, a dream. Okay, let me read about this. Okay. Just one moment. Wait. Okay. What I'm going to say about this is this. The actual dream of signing something in front of a priest with others dressed in white into a church-like setting is definitely a soul contract. So it is true. It is a pre-arranged agreement your soul made before incarnating. So the presence of the white clothing and the sacred space indicates a divine or higher purpose to the actual commitment altogether. It's very, very likely that your intuition is correct. You're here to, yes, fulfill a karmic mission and clear the past life depths. So the idea that you've had multiple chances, first with your father, then with Y, aligns with the concept of those karmic cycles. Each major challenge you face is an opportunity for you to grow and a completion of a different type of unresolved lessons. Now, your first challenge with the dad, that was a test of resilience, of forgiveness, of breaking generational patterns, if you will. The second one with Y is tied to love, to self-worth, to letting go. And I'm going to say letting go of unhealthy attachments. So since you're awakening spiritually, it seems that you're a little bit reaching somewhat of that point where you're becoming more aware of your true mission, like something beyond just personal relationships, something that's going to contribute to a larger, maybe even more of a divine purpose, if you will. So I'm going to say, if you do feel like there is a calling towards a specific path, may it be healing or guiding others or creating something meaningful, then that could be the next phase to your actual mission. I can't necessarily say to you, I'm giving you these guiding lines. You can take these guiding lines and do something with it, but I cannot clearly tell you what it is because that is yours to discover. So your soul is telling you that you are on track, even if things are feeling like they're a little bit heavy sometimes, a little bit burdensome. So keep trusting your intuition along the way because it's guiding you exactly where it is that you need to be. Yes. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right, Watson, I think I might come and see you now. I think I might. I think I might. Hold on, let's go over here. Oh, I was going to say, I'm a pretty good gifter too. Oh, spooky little you, Watson. Oh, beautiful Lane. You know we love you, sweetie. We know we love you. Here you go. All these beautiful hearts are yours, sweetie. They are yours. We only take the most beautiful and the purest souls with us. That's all we do. We take people who are pure, people who are sweet, people who are respectful, and people who are loving. You are everything above and very talented and gifted yourself, my sweet love. So thank you for being a part of our soul family. I'm sending you much love, my sweetie pie. I'm now going to go and sneak into my email, and I'm going to go and see what's happening with Watson. I'm having somewhat of a good beginning of my weekend. How shall it continue? I don't know. So many things happening. Okay, here we go. I make everything sound so exciting, right? Honestly, tomorrow I am going to be like I am every single other Saturday. Tomorrow I shall be with horses. That's what I shall do. Yes. Then I believe my kids and I actually decide that we're going to go to the mountain to do some sliding on tubes. I don't know how the heck you call it. I don't know. We've got a passport for it, so yeah. And then we're going to one of their favorite Italian restaurants. That is the plan for tomorrow. On Sunday, I should have my dear Alex, who is popping on through, and I don't know what else. Maybe skating or God knows what. If it's not too cold. Tuba snow ready. Yeah, well, it's on a tube. It's on a tube, and you got to be brought up onto a lift because it's way too high. And yeah, we go into the most extreme ones, and we all hold on to our tubes, and I scream like a crazy lady all the way to the end. Yeah, it's hilarious. Mimi, I'm gonna say probably about a year and a half, 2 years. I will say about 2 years, yes. Oh, Hanson, you definitely don't want to come tuba snow riding with me, honestly. Last time, though, was hilarious because it was funny but not funny. As we were actually going on up onto the lift, Raphael, like, sat his bonbon onto his tuba as it brought him on up. I don't know how the heck he sat. Yeah, anyways, he had a troubled face, and I'm like, what's going on? But I'm, like, further down. And I don't know, he's like, Mom, and I'm like, what? And Al was between me and him. And he's like, my foot, my boot. Oh my dear God, he lost his boot onto the lift. I kid you not. And then he lost his second boot. I almost peed my pants, I kid you not. It was hilarious in a very non-funny kind of way. Never saw anybody lose their boots onto a lift. And he started walking in the snow with his socks. Poor guy. I'm like, stop, I'll get your boots. Oh my dear God. So there you go. Yeah. Oh, why is Adeline? Absolutely not, sweetie. Well, that's because I'm not simply a tarot reader. I know many things. I feel many things. Yeah. I guess he pulled a Charlie Brown. He was not a happy camper. And out of my kids, all of my kids, I mean, he's the grumpiest when things don't go well, and he holds a grudge. Like, he was upset. Elaine, some people out there only read tarot. That's all they do. They take the deck, they look at the book, and they go with the book, or they go with the traditional significance of what is a Four of Cups. Some people don't even read the reversals, which I think is, oh my God, horrible. But hey, to each our own. Yeah. So hey, I'll thank my ancestors is what I shall do for everything that I do know. And yeah. Anyways, yeah, okay, let me go and see you, my dear Juanson. So that's my bibble babble of my all that stuff. Yeah. Between that and ghosts, yeah. Oh my dear God. The ghosts scare me though. Okay, we've got a little bit of time. Guys, tell me, who has ever seen a ghost here? Shoot it. Tell me. What did you see? Oh, you can. Go ahead with it, Julie. Who saw a ghost? When was the last time? And did you see it again? Like, was it a repetitive ghost? Is it always the same ghost? Do you know who it is? Did you see anything? Are there orbs? Are there lights? Are they playing with electricity? What are they doing? Exactly, Elaine. Exactly. Yeah. What is it, Elaine? Because I've had many things. I have seen people who have passed away from other lifetimes who are related to either my mom or to me into this lifetime. I have seen, I have heard, I have felt, I have connected. I've done a lot of things. Yeah. In my life, have you seen a ghost in our life, Juanson? Oh my dear God. If so, let me know. Is it over here? Sweetie pie, in life in general, sweetie. Have you felt, let's say, your ancestors, or have you seen a ghost, or have you had doors crack on open, kind of go, or have you heard feet kind of swoop, or have you had ooze fall upon your wall? You know, yeah. You saw a ghost in the 1800s pass through the apartment next building. Have you ever wondered about it? Was it a man, sweetie? Was it a man about between 25 to 30 years old? I feel like that person of the 1800s is a man of about 25 to 30 years old. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I can see the person. They're wearing a hat. Anyways, I see them wearing a hat, a black hat. They're searching for somebody who lives into that apartment. The actual territory, the actual soil that is there is a place where that person did live many centuries ago. In a different, yeah, I know. Yeah, I can see the person. I can see the man. Yeah. He's a very sweet soul. Honestly, I feel like he's looking for his beloved. He's looking for the lady that he lost years ago. Hasn't found her yet. Still hasn't found her, by the way. Yeah, he still hasn't found her. You might still see her every once in a while. You can, Andrea. You definitely can, sweetie. You say, Juanson. I can see a lot of things, Elaine. Yeah, I can. But sometimes they just appear. You said something, I saw it appear into my mind. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that person lost. They lost their wife. They lost the person that they loved with all their heart and soul. For some reason, I feel as though anyways, this man lost his, I'm gonna say his wife, not long after actually getting married, and I feel like he's looking for her, but he's looking for her like into her wedding dress. I see lace. I see a lot of lace. I see white, but I see a lot of sadness. Yeah. It's interesting. Yeah, I know. I know. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Andrea, sweetie. Andrea, would you like to post your question, my love? Please do post your question. Then I'm going to go and see Julie after. Hey Watson, I got into ghostly stuff and I never answered you. Oh my God. Yeah, there's nothing really that you can do, Elaine, for that person. If ever you do see them again, you can definitely send them love and healing and peace. But something happened to the lady, and the lady has not found her peace and has not yet found, if you will, her resting place. And she's not able to reach him. And that's where the sadness comes from. She is not accepting that she has passed away and she is a wandering soul. Yeah. You say your mom didn't want to say anything during the film, but you were like, Mom, that's it, right? Exact. Oh, that is nice. I know. Oh my God. Okay, guys, we're going to have another conversation upon these ghostly stuff, okay? Oh, we are. Andrea, whenever you're ready, my sweetie, thank you for your donation. You can definitely post your question. You want to know your coworker? Absolutely, Andrea. Let's go and see that, sweetie. Yeah, we're going to have continue this ghostly conversation at some point in time, guys. Whenever we have time again and, you guys think about it, throw out a conversation like that. We'll chit-chat about it. There's so much to say, and there's so many things that we can see every once in a while, but we don't always understand. And sometimes maybe me, maybe Juanson, maybe Elaine, maybe anybody in here, sometimes we end up seeing things for others, right? And it becomes interesting, and we kind of feed that energy, if you will. You hear ghosts walking near your grandparents' house one day when sleeping with your mom, and then the door opened. Oh, they're trying to give you a message, my love. They want to be heard. They're trying to give you a message. They're trying to open up some type of a door, some type of message that is coming towards you, but they don't want to scare you in any kind of a way. I just want you to know. It's not about scaring. It's about trying to have their presence known, because they tried to show their presence a few times before, but it was not acknowledged. Yes, it is. Yes. Mm-hmm. I know, seriously, right, Watson? Oh my God. Andrea, sweetie, thank you for joining us tonight, by the way. I can definitely see that you really do like this, lovely lady, sweetie. I feel like you're gaining up the strength, you're gaining up the energy to actually have a movement forward to do something. Ooh, are you planning on doing something? Because you're definitely thinking about it. If you haven't done it, you're thinking about it. Now, the energy I'm getting is energy coming from you. What is your coworker actually thinking about you? Let's go and get it. What is your coworker thinking about you? Julie, you're going to be up right next, sweetie. A coworker, here we go. You know what? I've got good news for you, sweetie. What I will say is that I feel as though she's not going to make the move, okay? She might be a little bit flirty, right? All right, I'll be with you in just a few moments, sweetie. I feel as though she can be a little bit flirty towards you, and she can definitely be more flirty than what she's doing at this moment if you kind of feel like it's a little bit incognito. That being said, she actually wants you to make some movement towards her. I do see a lot of passion, a lot of desire. I'm going to go and take out another deck for you, but there's no doubt about it. If you can muster up that courage and move on forward, make it a little bit more well known, ask if she'd like to go to the movies, coffee, whatever it is, dinner, I definitely say 1,000,000% go ahead with it. She just is too shy to actually make the movement, so she will not do it. But if you do it, you will actually be very, very happy, and it will be a very happy outcome, sweetie. It's not going to be a one-night stand kind of a thing. It's not going to be a one-night kind of a thing. The date will actually go really, really quite well. But I do need you to make that step. If you don't do it, she's not going to do it. Anyways, not right away. I don't feel like it's into her consideration to do it because she's too shy. Even though she doesn't seem like she's that shy, she's too shy to ask you out. So if you can get that courage and that strength to do it, maybe don't do it right away. Do it in steps. Be a little bit more flirtatious. Maybe kind of throw on open somewhat of a conversation. Just see what she would say. Hey, you know what? We should go and get a cup of coffee sometime or something. You know, just kind of see what she says. And if she says, oh, yeah, you know, that would be really nice. And you're like, okay, well, you know, let's get back to each other upon that. And then at some point in time, you could get back to her upon it. But definitely go into a little bit of a sideways kind of a way. You'll feel more comfortable into it. She'll embark into it. You'll have a great time. And you're definitely going to move on through with multiple dates. It's a yes. I know you are. I know. But you've got this. You do. Yeah, Lilith is not here, Carrie. I know you wanted to say something. So Andrea, sweetie, I just need you to be strong, all right? I need you to believe, I need you to think, and I need you to move on forward with it. Honestly, don't rush yourself though. If you're not ready to actually do it for the following 2 to 3 weeks or a month, then don't do it. She's not going to go and date somebody else. You're okay. Don't push yourself to do something you're not ready to do, but take it one little step at a time. It will feel more comfortable for you. It will be more at ease for you and her, and things will go smoothly. I promise you, sweetie. You will get a date. You will get multiple dates. You will get a kiss and maybe even more. Things will go quite well. I promise you. You just need to find that courage. No, I'm not saying your apartment was a farm back then, Elaine. I'm saying the ground, the earth was a place where these people used to live. I'm not going to say it's a farm. Maybe it's not a farm, but where they were, the land that was there is where they used to live. Andrea, you have a plan into your head? Please go ahead with it, sweetie. It's my pleasure, sweet one. I'm sending you much love. Andrea, seriously, take your time, all right? There's no rush into all of this. Just take your time. Things will go really, really quite well. I'm sending you much love, and come and let us know how it goes. Yeah, Elaine, it's a village. It was a little village. I'm going to say there were maybe about 200-300 living into it. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Julie. Damn hiccups. Oh, that's not good. Hold on, Julie. Let me go and find you. Hey, we got Susan also. Susan's going to be after Julie. Ah, you haven't asked that question in a little while. Okay, so let's go and see. Let's go like this. Okay. We're going to go with this one. So, are we being good today? Let's go and see. Hey, Farah, how are you doing, sweetie? Nice to see you. Exactly, Watson. That makes a lot of sense, sweetie. It does. Thank you, my love. Is your question over there too, my sweetie? Let me just go see if your question is over there, okay? Hold on. And I do have your question, so that is perfect. All right. I've got you, my beautiful Ferris, sweetie. You're going to be on up in about, I'm going to say 10 minutes or so. Okay, my love? I will leave you a timestamp, or if you want to come back in about 10 minutes. And thank you, sweetie. I am good, thank you. It is good. It is all there. So I will leave you a timestamp. Otherwise, stick around. I'll be with you in about 10 minutes. Now, my beautiful love, what is happening over here? Are we actually being good? Yes or no? I feel like he's doing his best to be himself. I know, it seems weird, doesn't it? I feel like he's trying to show signs of, yes, self-awareness for the love that he has for you, but also great responsibility. I feel like he's thinking about you, and I feel like as he is thinking about you, that he is trying to align himself into the best, into the most possible way as he can. So, is he trying to be good and strong? Is he trying to be the one that you want to be with, and vice versa? Yes. He is not perfect in any kind of a way, all right? But I will definitely say for you that I feel as though he is being good, sweetie. I feel like he's trying to be the partner that you deserve. I feel like his intentions are leaning towards being positive, but also making sure that he holds himself accountable for the way that he behaves with you and with other people that are actually surrounding him. So is he being good, or is he a little bit kind of like an Austin Powers kind of a thing? Is he behaving? Yeah, he's behaving. How does M envision you guys as a couple? How do we envision you as a couple? Could you get better than the 10 of Cups? I don't think so. He sees you guys as being a team, as working together, as collaborating together. He sees a solid partnership where there's mutual respect, where there's trust, where there's shared experiences, and where all those things are actually going to lay the foundation to your relationship. So he imagines a connection that is going to grow deeper over time, where you both can balance each other and bring out the very best in one another. So he envisions the two of you, if you will, enjoying a very nice, a very dynamic type of adventure, of comfort, where you can both be yourselves, but where you can both be yourselves while finding that joy, finding that peace in each other's presence. My God, the couples who are together who do not find joy or peace within their own company. So he feels that you're both onto a path towards something that is meaningful and something that is quite fulfilling. So I will say yes, and I feel like his vision, his desire towards what a couple is and what a couple should be with you is a beautiful vision of it. What, in fact, will your relationship be, and what kind of couple will you be? Very nice question. I could definitely see that yes, this meditation definitely did bring good questions upon for you, sweetie. You've never even asked these. Never, ever. They are brand new questions. All right. Let's go and see. I actually feel, here you go. Look at that. It's full of love, and our King of Swords is actually taking action. And in reality, your relationship actually has the potential to be very, very deeply nurturing, very steady. I feel that both of you cultivating that very strong sense of emotional security and understanding is going to be super important. I feel like you will be able to be a couple that has a mix of, yes, deep conversations and moments of lightheartedness. You'll be able to have that, no doubt. But there's also going to be that balance of independence, which is so very important, because that is something that he's often afraid of. We have seen it many times. We have talked about it many times, how for him being into a relationship, sometimes he kind of feels like he loses his freedom. But that is something that he has learned throughout time, because it is actually what happened into his past relationship. So that kind of sticks around with him. What is important, what is nice over here is that this is what he wants to have. So this is something that he's working on at the very same time to be able to get to that place. You know, when we say he's working onto the boundaries, he's working onto the fears, he's working on removing all those things, this is it. He's working on trying to find that balance for independence and togetherness that's going to allow both of you guys to really just flourish, not only as a couple, but as single individuals, while supporting each other's goals, supporting each other's dreams. So that connection is going to be important, because what we're looking for is patience and kindness. And over time, that is going to be able to evolve into something that is natural, something that is comforting, and a relationship that just makes you say, I really just want to go home today. That's what I want. I want to be home, because home means love. It means respect. It means, yes, a certain independence, but yes, being so comfortable being who you are, the way that you are, with no judgment whatsoever. Actually, my beautiful Julie, I feel as though it's more a little bit of some, I'm not going to say, I don't know how you actually feel like homebodies. I'm going to say you're going to travel maybe once or twice a year, nothing much more. So I don't know if that's considered homebodies for you or not, but I'll say once or twice a year, probably 2 weeks at a time, 1 week here, 2 weeks there. So mostly sticking around home, going on little adventures around where you actually do live, but an actual taking an airplane, going elsewhere. You will have your moments where you'll leave maybe for 3 weeks or a month on a really big trip. But other than that, it's going to be little voyages here and there, but sticking around home. It's important, yes, because you both have your own jobs, everything and such, but we can't forget neither that your hubby has got 3 babies, right? Yeah, he's got to take care of them, and he doesn't want to leave them all that long. Mm-hmm. Elaine, the ghosts that linger and wander around is because they haven't found their peace. They either are trying to give you a message, or they are trying to receive a message so they can go to peace. Why do I say 3 dogs? Well, okay, 2 dogs and a fish. And you have a fish. Yeah, so there you go. Yes, he is definitely being good. That was your very first question. I think we got lost into the other ones. Yes, he is definitely being good, sweetie. I said he's not perfect. I did say he's not perfect. That's what made you think, oh, he's not being good, right? Yeah, I said he's not perfect, but I said he's also trying to do the very best. You're not stupid, Elaine. He's trying to do the very best that he can every single step of the way. So, you know what? A little bit like you, perhaps sometimes some people could kind of reach on out towards him because they want certain things, and those would be considered as temptation, if you will, but he always kind of pushes them away. Why? Because he doesn't want to be the person that he used to be. The person that he used to be is no longer the person that he is at this moment. He is changing, he is evolving, he is wanting, and as he is changing and evolving and wanting, he's wanting to change his circumstances. Changing his circumstances means that he's becoming stronger, means that he's becoming more, if you will, independent into his life, not needing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 people saying, oh my God, I love you so much, I want you, and everything and such. He no longer needs that, because he is fulfilling, if you will, that void that he has within his heart with you. So when I say that he is not perfect, it's because he has not yet expressed, yes, he kind of lies sometimes by coming up with stuff like, oh, I'm seeing it, like what he did into the month of December. So no, he is not perfect, but he is trying his very best to be as good as he possibly can so he can move into this relationship with you. So is he being good on all scenes? A definite yes. Yes, absolutely. Julie, there's always some kind of temptations around him, but he definitely does. And temptations are like, oh, I would like to meet up with you. He doesn't always reply sometimes. He has a fair amount of followers, but they're not temptations that we have to worry about. It's really just being part of, I'm going to say, an influencer's life. You get DMs, you get messages, but often you don't even respond. Good night, my beautiful Elaine, sweetie. Sweet dreams, my love. You will, Elaine. You're already helping people. You don't know about it. You do. Look at what you're doing for John. You help him out all the time, sweetie pie, and other people. All the time. Absolutely. Ah, Pharaoh. Well, hey, Pharaoh, let me come and see you. I'll go and see Susan right after, okay? Let me go and do that for you right away. And my beautiful Julie, you know where to find me. Okay, wait, that is not necessarily what I wanted. That's actually what I wanted. Here we go. So, Farrah, let me just go and get your questions. Hold on. And then I'm going to go and see Susan. All right. So just one moment. Elaine, your creative endeavors all together align with your soul mission. Your creative energy is something that's going to flow quite deeply. It's very powerful. It's a very powerful tool for you to express your inner truth and to heal. So what you need to do is keep trusting that this journey is part of your greater purpose altogether. So it's about you embracing your gifts, using them to guide you also into fulfilling your own soul's needs. So I'm going to say keep nurturing your creative passion, and everything is actually going to unfold as naturally as it possibly can. You had to go to the little phantom room. That is so cute. Good night, my beautiful Julie, sweetie. You didn't actually miss anything. I'm going to go and see Pharaoh, then I'm going to go and see Susan. You didn't miss anything, my love. All right. How do we think and how do we feel about you? Well, let's go and see that. How do we think and how do we feel about you? It is nice to see you, my beautiful Pharaoh. So how do we think and how do we feel about you? Farah, what is happening into this connection, sweetie? Yeah, what's happening? Did anything happen into this connection that I need to know about? Anything, like, not good in any kind of a way? What's happening into this, sweetie? Why do I feel like there is a little something? Yeah. What is happening into this? Yeah, it's complicated, right? It's like this person is pulling their energy away, sweetie pie. Yeah, it's like there's a heartbreak. It's like there's frustration. It's like this person feels like they're doing everything onto their own. So he asked for something. What did he want? Does he want like a third party? Does he want to like add somebody on in or something of the such? Because I'm seeing either pain or wanting to kind of add some spice, and you ask for some time, right? Yeah, good for you. Good for you, sweetie. I actually feel like there's somewhat of a transition. That's where the Six of Swords is coming through. You're the one who's taking the time. Yeah. There's like some sadness. Yeah, that's it. Add some spice. That's what I'm saying. You want to add some spice. Do you want to add some spice, my love? Do you want to add some spice is my question. Hell, if you don't want to, don't do it. Just don't do it, okay? You don't have to spice things up into that kind of way. You can spice things up just you and him. You don't have to add a third spice, all right? We don't need. Sometimes too many flavors are not good, all right? There we go. Too many flavors can be good too. It depends what you like. My Page of Cups. I'm going to say the person towards you, honestly. Okay, look. He does, okay? He does care for you, but he's not necessarily looking for he's not looking into the long term, sweetie. Yeah, that's it, right? I know, Juanson, you can whistle away. I know, spice it up is all good. Get yourself some handcuffs, do whatever you need. Get yourself some robes, do some, 50 Shades of Grey that I never read or watched the movie, but it is what it is. Yeah, you can spice things up, but spice things up if you want to spice them up. If you're not feeling okay to spice them up, then don't do it, okay? I feel as though this person does care for you, but I don't feel as though they're looking towards the long-term relationship. I feel like this is something that is more short-term. They don't necessarily see where this relationship is going into the long term. And so I feel like they're looking into the right here, right now, trying to get as much as they possibly can. You neither, right, Juanson? I've heard an awful lot about it. And when the book came out of the movie, or God knows what, I know that into like like quincaillerie, the places where you buy ropes and screws and stuff. Yeah. Oh my dear God. Yeah, like they had no more ropes or no more chains, and it all had to do with the book or the movie. I don't know. There were like shortages, I remember. And I'm like, oh my God, I think I need to read this book or watch this movie. What the heck is going on? Okay, so sweetie, this is it. You're very caring, you're very sweet, you're very loving, you're very nurturing. You're wanting to love this person and you're wanting to be with this person for an actual relationship, right? I feel like the person, okay, the person that we're talking about, I feel like they're demanding. I feel like they wanted a lot of things, but I feel like they wanted a lot of things for them. Not necessarily for you, but because they want them. Basically, I'm saying he's selfish. All right, sweetie, selfish. If you want it, do it. Whatever the spice is. If you want the spice, add the spice. You've got nothing to lose if you're interested into it. That being said, whatever that spice is, if you don't want to do it, then don't do it. Is this relationship, like, how does this person feel for you? They want to explore different things with you, okay? He does care for you. He does have deep feelings for you, but he has a lot of passion. He has a lot of desire, but I feel like he wants to explore those passions and those desires. And I feel like those passions and those desires actually are stronger than the actual want or desire for a long-term relationship or a long-term commitment. I'm basically saying that your vision of the future is not aligning with his vision of the future. It doesn't mean at some point in time that you guys will not realign each other or align each other. But for the moment, you're both looking on different paths. In the meanwhile, do you want to share new experiences? That's up to you. Yeah, he's selfish, right? I know he's selfish. This is not for you. This is for him. This is what he wants, and he wants to englobe you into it. Why does he want you to do it? Because he's very passionate about you. He's very interested in you. And he feels like this is too much for him to do by himself. But if he does it with you because he feels comfortable with you, he feels like it's going to be an easier experience and he'll actually be able to live through it and do it and have fun with it. Basically, he's wanting to drag you through his fantasies. But I don't feel like these are your fantasies. They're his. If you want to indulge him a little bit, okay. But if you are going to indulge him, definitely do ask him, is this like a forever indulgence or is it just a one-time thing? Make sure, my love. I need a major heat wave too, sweetie. I know they're not yours. I know they're not, my love. It's all about him. It's not about you. It's about him. But I need you, Farah. It's important. These things go both ways. If you want it, it's good. If you don't, it's not good. You need to let him know. And if he doesn't want to follow the vibes with you, then don't do it. All right. I'm going to go and get myself some water, and I'm going to come back and answer your other question. Okay, Farah? Just give me 1 second, sweetie. Your feet are what? Oh, icicles. Oh my god. What?
Est-ce que je peux avoir du melon d'eau?
Alors j'ai fini. Ok.
Ok.
Mais j'aimerais beaucoup t'enlever tes patins, belle. Tu les as tout le temps, mais tu roules même pas avec. Mhm.
Ben, tu fais du temps de travail?
Ben oui, je suis là. Alright, hold on. Let me go and see, sweetie. Okay, so if you contact R, how will he react? Let's go and see. And he still hasn't unblocked you, right? Ah, la 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 la. I feel like into those cases when we do not have it unblocking, we must remain into a certain place. Yeah. I feel like we kind of push some things sometimes into places that we shouldn't push them, but I know that we want to push them because we still care. I know. I understand it. Let's use this deck and let's go see. Okay, so if you do contact, how are things going to go? Shut up, one. Okay. Let's go see my love. Okay, but this person still holds on to you energetically speaking, but I feel like they want to keep things into the way that they are. I feel like they don't have the strength to return or to face any challenges or anything in regards to the connection that you have. I feel like they're actually looking towards more friendships, more connections that they have around them to kind of make them change their mind or their ideas, change their vibes or their energy altogether. So if you do actually contact this person, there's different kind of things that could happen. I feel as though you're probably going to end up getting somewhat of some emotional pain in some kind of way if you're able to contact them, because you say that you're blocked. I feel as though this person is trying to heal, and I feel like they're going to be really, really quite hesitant because they don't have the energy to actually move on forward with anything. And I feel like they're going to be really, really quite guarded by their response if you're able to reach on out towards them. I'm also going to have to say I feel like this person is into a place of introspection. So they're trying to take their time to reflect onto the situation, reflect onto their feelings. And I do not feel like they're actually ready to engage immediately. And I feel like they still need a little bit of that space before making, let's say, the final decision. I'm not going to say that a decision that has been made is going to be made forever. But for the moment, I feel like they do want to maintain that. So I'm going to say perhaps into the future, there could be a potential for a new beginning at some point out. There could be. But I feel like R needs to ground themselves more. I feel like into the future, if we do get that grounding, we do get that unblocking, we could need a very practical conversation that's going to allow for a fresh start and a rebuilding of the communication altogether. So for the moment, I'm going to say I feel like this person needs more time. And I feel like you must approach this situation into a very cautiously way. For the moment, I would actually say no, don't do it. Later on to the future, perhaps. At this moment, I just don't feel like this person is ready for progress. He's simply not ready. And if he's not ready, you're either going to end up backing up 2 spaces or just feeling some heartache and some sadness because they're not necessarily responding at this moment. And the fact that they're not responding doesn't mean they don't care about you. It means they're not ready for it. It means they're not healed yet. It just means that they need more time. I'm not going to say no forever for this relationship, but for the moment, I'll say definitely. Yeah. And yeah, that's it. You weren't nice, to be honest. Well, you were upset. Heck. He did something to you without a doubt for you to be upset. All right? So I'll say maybe he didn't deserve every word you said, but he probably deserves half of them. Let me give you some messages, my love, coming from him from the Hermit deck. All right? Let's go and do that. Oh, that is so cold, my beautiful. I have -11 at this moment. -13 tomorrow. No wind chill, but -13. It's cold. It's cold. Blah, 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 blah. Please give me some time because I truly have never felt this way before into the future. Also, I feel like this person has received some wrongful advice. Getting over here, I am sorry. For the moment, I'm not going to say it's because you're mean, but they're too afraid to talk. And they do still need a little bit more time, sweetie. So, my love, Farah, into the first case, the first question, move on forward with what you need. Good for you for taking a break so you can figure out what's good. And into the second case, they need more time. They still care about you. They still think about you, but they need more time, my love. If there's anything else I can do for you, let me know, sweetie. Otherwise, I will say good reflections. Follow your heart. It's not always easy, but if you close your eyes, you ask yourself the question, the first answer that you see in front of your forehead, that's your answer. Sending you much love, sweetie. These hearts, they're for you. Oh, it's horrible to be cold, Juanson. It's horrible. Okay, Juanson, I'm sorry. I'm going to give you a second timestamp. Just a second. I promise it's my last one, okay? A second one. Okay, hold on. Let me just go and see something one moment. I'm going to give you the last timestamp of the night because then you're going to be next. We can say we're going to close in 9 minutes, Juanson, if you will. 9 minutes. Yeah. Okay, Susan, here we go. And thank you. Here, I'm going to go and pin that one on up. So, I'm going to say 219. I'm going to send it to you over here. Okay. I'm not sending any more. 219. All right. Here we go. So, poor Watson. I'm sending you stuff all over the place. You're so patient, Watson. You're so patient with myself. Oh my God. All right. So, Susan, how are you doing, my beautiful Susan? Let me go and gather your questions. I hope your sweetie pie's being better with you today. All right. Your message is fairly short, which tells me that things are not good, but not completely bad. Okay, so here we go. Oops, hold on just a second. I just have to do something like that. Okay, so there's no doubt. There's no doubt, my beautiful Susan. Okay? I know that you're feeling a lot of uncertainty, a lot of stress with A. I feel like there's a lot of things that are happening into his recent behavior, especially with the changes in how he's actually interacting with you. And I completely understand that you want to try to clarify on what he's actually doing, how he's actually moving on forward, and everything of the such. What is going on and why he's acting kind of short with you and what is wrong with him, right? I feel like at this moment in time, more than anything, I feel like this is more of a question that I do need that I would like you to actually talk to him about it. There's no doubt about it. But I feel like sometimes he's actually kind of pulling away or he's acting short because he has those personal issues, because he has that stress into his life. You have the stress at the very same time, and I feel like you guys are not sharing it. You're not speaking about it. So I feel like he has a lot of things that he wants to say to you, a lot of things that he has to do that he wants to say, but I feel like he doesn't know how to say. He doesn't know how to talk openly about it. So yes, he would like to express his feelings, but at the very same time, I feel as though he doesn't want to be accused and he doesn't want to accuse at the same time. So there's that feeling that is there that is very, very problematic. So as much as, yes, he wants to figure out things, he doesn't want to have hurt, doesn't want to have conflicts, doesn't want to have any problems. And he definitely does not want to be, if you will, kind of quartered into a wall where he feels like he must answer something and he must do something because otherwise, you know, you're going to think that he's doing stuff. Now, would you be right to think that he's doing things? Yes, you would be right to think that he's doing things, no doubt about it, because he does. So as for his relationship with Anne, I know that you're feeling insecure. I know that you're feeling suspicious in so many kind of a way. I'm going to say have that conversation, have a candid conversation with him about your feelings and how all of this is getting more worries, more buildup, and trust is key into your relationship, because at this moment there's a lot of assumptions, there's a lot of things that are going on that are creating a lot of tension. So did he travel with somebody? I will say yes. Did he have any socks or anything of the such? I will say no. Did he give money? Yes, approximately 250. What is he thinking about you? Yes. If we move on forward to the way that he is thinking about you, honestly, he's always a little bit kind of afraid of you, sweetie. He's afraid about what you will say, what you will think, how you will feel. So he's always a little bit afraid that you're going to be a little bit strong onto him. He's going to be afraid that you're going to accuse him into some kind of a way. It doesn't take away that he loves you. He does. But he's afraid of what you're thinking because he knows that what you're thinking is most likely right. And he's definitely not going to say it to you. So even if you actually do ask him the question, he will not tell you what is actually going on through. Which is why it is important for you to at least openly, candidly say to him how you're feeling, and that, you know, you don't necessarily want to continue to this kind of way because it's toxic. It's toxic. As for what's happening with G, they've got an interesting dynamic, no doubt about it. Sometimes they see each other, sometimes there's socks, sometimes there's not. Sometimes there's money, sometimes there's not. There's definitely some boundaries that need to be done and that need to be set into that one. All right? There's absolutely no doubt about it. The G lady is a problem. Yeah, you want him to see how it's not a good feeling. What is the G problem? How can you make her go away? And will you and her get into it? You will probably get into it at some point in time if you're actually able to get a little bit closer. But I feel as though he's going to stop you guys from doing so. So it's going to be really, really quite close to have some type of really big conflict, some big arguments, some face-off. Absolutely. Is it a good idea? Probably not. Your problem over here is Ginger, okay, is the G lady, but your problem is mainly your man. If your man did move on forward with this person, it wouldn't be a problem. You need to address your concerns to the man and not necessarily to the lady who's doing something with the man. because the lady, well, she's having fun and she's getting money, but she's been told that you guys are into something that is open. So she's been given the wrong information altogether. The problem is, A, he needs to own up to his feelings, to his wants, to his desires. He needs to become candid. He needs to become responsible. He needs to start helping you and moving on forward like a responsible man would do. He needs to know that you're not forever going to stick around just because, you know, he thinks that you should be. I am going to give you an angel message. I am going to give you an angel message to finish on off with, sweetie. And Susan, if ever you do need, you know, readings onto the weekend, send a PayPal like you do here before 7 p.m. and I will answer you, okay? Because I do readings every Saturday and Sunday. So an angel message for you. Trust into the divine timing, my beautiful sweetie. Everything is unfolding as it should. I need you to let go of fears. I need you to let go of doubts, because as your heart knows the way forward, you need to embrace the strength that is within you, for you are supported by so many unseen forces. Stay patient, because clarity will come when the time is right. Sending you much love, my beautiful. And Juanson, I'm coming to see you. What a cute name, Prinkle. Ça va, ma science? Qu'est-ce qui se passe?
Rien.
C'est que tu fais là? T'attends quoi? Qu'est-ce que t'attends, mon grand?
Je sais pas quoi faire.
Qu'est-ce que ça veut dire? Juanson, I'm coming to see you, sweetie. Par rapport à quoi?
Je suis ennuyée.
Hein? Oh my God, ça arrive jamais?
Non, mais quoi, ça?
Ça arrive?
De quoi?
Tu veux écouter un film?
Moi aussi. J'ai écouté Spotlight, mais pas longtemps.
What?
Non!
Am I? I already made some, my beautiful Carrie. I already did that. Mais tu peux aller te coucher aussi si t'es fatigué, hein? Vous avez toute l'air super fatigué, les amis.
Ouais, mais non, on n'est pas fatigué. Je suis pas fatiguée, mais j'ai rien à faire.
What is that? We are done. No more readings. Bye. See ya. Scram. Oh my God. I will pin it. That's hilarious. That is so funny. Yeah, that's already done. That's already done. Actually, I'm actually looking forward to going to bed not too late tonight because, yeah, I've done way too much with my dad and he gets up way too early in the morning. I need rest. Yes.
Ben oui, tu t'es levé à 6h20.
Et pas juste ça, je me lève 2-3 fois pendant la nuit pour l'aider avec des patentes. Ouais, ouais.
Moi?
Non, pas toi avec grand-papa. Mais il filait pas, c'est correct, là. C'est bien correct, mais maman est fatiguée.
Ouais, je l'ai...
Alright,
Je
Juanson.
l'ai vu se lever, puis toi, t'as fait j'arrive.
Oui, c'est ça. C'est ça que maman fait. Alright, so. Qu'est-ce que c'est, mon beau?
Mais là, j'attends.
Ok, t'attends quoi? Moi, je vais me coucher bientôt, hein, je te le dis. Je vais me coucher. Écoute-toi un petit film dans ta chambre, fais des doudous. Alright, I'm trying to convince my kids to go to bed. Because they're all tired, but nobody wants to go to bed.
Je suis pas fatiguée.
Yes, you are. Yeah, come and show your sleepy face. Juanson, tell me if this is a sleepy face. Yeta Matias. Show your sleepy face. The eyes are so tiny. Oh my God, they're tiny little eyes. Ici. T'es cute. T'as des petits mini yeux.
Maman, je t'ai envoyé un truc sur TikTok.
Ah oui, ok. Je vais checker ça tantôt. All right, Juanson, here we go. Yeah, I know, seriously, right? Oh, I know. It was definitely... No, I like that one. I think it's good. I think that one's really, really quite good. Okay, so let me go back over here. So you did see, yes, a brief moment. Why? Well, at least you're able to say hi to her. You know, we were talking about ghosts. I think that's a possession into my room.
Maman,
It's weird stuff. Je sais pas c'est quoi qui vient d'arriver, c'était bizarre. Moi, à ta place, je me sauverais, puis je porterais la croix sur moi. Et je dirais non! Diable, non! Je vais aller te voir, Mathias. All right.
maman, regarde, je vais te montrer ce que c'est.
I know, I'm sorry.
C'est ça.
All right, so here we go.
Tu m'as poussé, maman.
Pas vraiment, là. T'es sur des rouleurs. Where I would go on to break. Oh my God! For a moment, I read a bath with her. Break and bath is not the same thing, is it? And you were able, but a bath with her to be able to talk would have been nice, wouldn't it? I think we should change that word. Yeah. All right. Well, let me go and see if she was happy to see you. I'm sure that she was. Hey, we can go back to her book tonight. Yeah, we can. All right. Okay. So let's do this like that. Oh, thank you, my beautiful sweetie pie. I appreciate it, my beautiful Carrie. He's doing much better, honestly. Okay, so thank you, sweet love. Wait, what? What did I say? What did I say? I don't know anymore. I don't know. It was weird stuff once, and it was weird stuff. I'm not even gonna get into it. But yeah, I would change the word break for bath. Let's go over here. Basically, I do want to start off by saying that, you know, oh my dear God, that's not what I want to say first. What I want to say is I feel like the encounter that you had, even though it was brief, I feel like it was a very nice, I feel like it had a positive impact altogether. You know, it kind of switched on up. It changed the vibes. It was a positive impact altogether. I know that you're kind of curious to see how she is feeling. From the energy that I'm picking on up, I feel like she seemed like she was more open. I feel like she was more comfortable towards you, but I'm also seeing that I feel as though I don't feel like she was upset. I don't. She didn't seem upset. I feel like it is possible that there's no doubt, she appreciated the hello, but yes, she was looking for some personal space. I feel like she has very, very strong emotions tied to the moment, to the fact that you did say hi, to the fact that you did have that connection, but I feel like she has a lot of things that are onto her mind. So there's like a lot of things that are kind of bothering her. Like I said, there was something in regards to school, there was something in regards to money, and there's something in regards to her mom. Now, all those things kind of combine together. They don't come on in to hinder your relationship, but they come on in to give off different kind of weird vibes every once in a while whenever you actually do see her. So instead of her being all, you know, lovely and jovial and everything as such that goes along with it, sometimes you could kind of feel like her energy is a little bit more heavy in regards to that. But it has nothing truly to do with you. In regard, well, the feelings of frustration, anything of the such. In regards to her her weekend and the feelings towards you, I feel like she's focusing a lot onto herself this weekend. Honestly, I do. I feel like the energy around her is somewhat neutral. I feel like she is not actively thinking of anything or anything specific at this moment. I feel like she is thinking a little bit about, hey, future encounters. I feel like she is thinking about you. She is very curious about you. But at the very same time, I'm going to say nothing is too intense into her life at this moment because there are too many things that are kind of bothering her. And it's like if she has a checklist, she needs to take care of what's happening with school, with mom, with money, with love would be with you. She has a lot of checklists and she's trying to do like one at a time, but sometimes it becomes a little bit overburdensome. So she's okay, but she's a little bit burdened, no doubt about it. So what I will say for you is you are onto the right path. And I know that you know that you're onto the right path. So you are onto the right path. And I do need you to continue with patience. I do need you to continue into trusting of the process. Maybe within your channel, maybe with your beautiful love, maybe in life in general. You need to continue to be the strong, beautiful, creative soul that you are. I feel like in love, I feel like this is a time to reflect on to your connection with E, and to reflect upon what you want, what you desire, and throw out maybe a couple more manifestations out there. If we do an angel message, I'm going to say, believe in the miracles that are around you. The angels are working behind the scenes to bring positive changes towards you. And into an oracle message, I will say, trust your instincts, because your intuition is a powerful guide that will lead you to what you are seeking. At this moment, it is a good time for you to focus onto your path, to reflect onto past relationships, not to I'm going to say go back into the past and repeat mistakes or errors or things that we didn't necessarily want to do into the past, or that we didn't do that we should have done. Trust into the guidance that is around you. Stay open and stay patient, because every single thing will shift into the way, and sometimes into very particular ways that you didn't actually expect. So, my beautiful, that is what I have for you. Let's go and see into the book, and then let's go see into the love messages from our beautiful Elizabeth. And to the book we shall go. Thank you, my beautiful Carrie, sweetie. I appreciate it, love. I will have a lovely weekend with my kids. They didn't have school today. They did not. Yeah, so we went to the trampoline park, and I will have a lovely weekend with them. Thank you, my sweetie pie. Here we go. Queen of Wands. The answer is no for now. This isn't all and this is not the first time I see this. It's like if you're selfish, but I know that you're not. The answer is no for now. It's not all about you. That so much sounds like you're selfish, but I know you're not. It's just one of those weird messages. Messages coming from your sweetie pie. You are onto my mind, even if I don't always show it. I appreciate our moments together, and I feel like there is something special between us. I hope that we can spend more time and see where this goes. I trust and I value you, even if I don't always express it. I know I didn't, right? Oh, sometimes I know. I even opened it myself and I thought, what a crappy message. It didn't make sense, Swanson. Even to me, it seemed weird, but hey. I'll say it is what it is. So, that being said, my beautiful loves, we shall say, I guess, have a lovely weekend. We shall see each other on Monday. So into the meanwhile, have yourself the most loveliest weekend altogether. And we'll see each other on Monday. Thank you for being here. Thank you, my dear Juanson, sweetie. Good night, my beautiful Carrie.